Hey everybody, have you seen the new wall-mounted cat furniture online? It's so awesome, and we're going to do a wall of our own. So our friends at Fukumaru sent us the first piece in our wall, cat maze or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to do an unboxing and a full assembly of the cat house. And I'll have all those links in the description and all that good stuff. So right now I'm just taking everything out of the box. Everything's wood. It's the pressed wood, but it feels really heavy. That's the first thing that really hits me is how heavy the wood is. And then we have basic instructions, and most of these instructions are for mounting on either drywall or even concrete. And then the actual assembly is really easy. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts, I believe. So I don't think we'll have a real hard time putting it together. So let's go ahead and get started. So there are a couple bags of parts and pieces. Gonna open that up. Inside the bag, they do have an actual screwdriver that you can use. And it looks like there's all kinds of screws and a drill bit. That's actually for concrete mounting, so it even gives you the screw bit. Anyways, let's get all of these kind of out and separated. For the actual box, we just use the smaller screws that are in here. The longer ones are for the mounting process, which we're not going to mount in this video. I'm not going to mount anything until I get all my pieces that I want. That way we can design it, and we'll go ahead and make a video on our designs. Of course, our wonderful white kitten, Aurora, has to be in the video. It just wouldn't be right without her. So I'm going to look through here. It looks like we got a couple pieces with holes in it. And then this will be the front right here. So like I said, it does come with a screwdriver, but we're going to use my DeWalt Impact for the purpose of this video. You can use a screwdriver, but the Impact is going to make this a lot faster and a lot easier. So let's go ahead and look at our steps and where we're going to begin. And I think we're going to just start with the bottom and then the front and the back. Now each piece has these pre-drilled holes you can see right here. So basically all we have to do is line up the holes in the outside parts, which have countersinks in them so your screws aren't going to hang out, the ends of your screws. We're just going to line those up and then drive a screw down into them. This would be a lot easier with 2 people. You could have somebody holding it while the other person drills, but I think we can handle it. I'm just going to set all the screws kind of in the holes. That way when I set the piece on top of the other piece, the screws will kind of be pointed into the hole. Real easy. And then we're just going to boom. Oh, let's scoot it back a little bit so you guys can see. And just drive it right in, and do that with all 3. Super easy, like I said. And because they're pre-drilled, you don't have to worry about the wood splitting, which is kind of nice. So that's all that it takes to do the one side. And this will be the front. And now we're going to do the back. As we get ready to do the back panel, I want to point out that these holes in the panel are all for your mounting screws. So that's how I know that this is the back panel. And they are also countersunk on the sides. The mounting holes are not countersunk. So we'll just do what we did on the front panel, and we'll drop these screws in and line it up. And then we'll go ahead and screw it in. Next we'll tackle the side panels, which aren't real hard. They have the holes already drilled like the bottom section. and we'll just kind of line that up there. And while we're lining that up there and screwing that in, I want you guys to take the time and go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, because I really want you all to see this series of videos come to completion once the wall's set up. The parts from Fukumaru are really well built. The last video we did was the cat scratcher, and she's been using that about 2 weeks, and it's holding up pretty well. No problems at all with it. Now these side panels, they're super easy to put into, and everything's cut real straight. So just setting the whole panel right there down on the bottom panel, the screw holes are already lined up, so there's not a whole lot of problems I had with that. Actually, there's no problems I had with that. And then we'll just go ahead and do the other side here. Now when you guys go to my description and look at these products on Amazon, that's where Fukumaru's store is. They have a store on Amazon. You're gonna see lots of different pieces, and that's what I love about this series. I believe it's called the Jungle series, but there's houses, there's bridges, there's stair steps, and we're gonna do a video on stair steps that will come shortly after this video releases. And you can put them any way you want them, and that's what's so nice about it. It's fully customizable. We may even, after this is done and we get all our parts, stain this house, because I think it'd look pretty neat if everything was stained a little bit darker. So when I put these screws in, I don't tighten them as tight as I can, just because I don't know how stuff fits in. And here's the top piece, and I want to show you that there is a bevel on it. That way that bevel goes down and sits on that side panel, and that'll give you a real nice flush connection. Then just go ahead and get that screw kind of in there, set that bevel on, tighten that screw up with your finger. This is what works best for me. And then if you're using an impact, don't push the button down all the way. Just give it a light squeeze. It does not take that much to put these screws in. It's really, really simple. Remember, you can use a screwdriver, but it's going to take longer than the 10 minutes that it took me to put this one together. We'll just finish up these, I call them the roof pieces, and get those all screwed in, and we are just about done. Now once we get everything screwed in, I'm going to go through and just give a tiny little tighten on each screw on the entire house. Make sure everything's countersunk. I don't want any screws sticking out where Aurora could get caught on them, or a nail or something, because who knows how she's going to use this. So I also wanted to point out our channel, Dreamweaver Aquatics, started out as a fish channel, and now it's moved to a fish and cat. So if you're in the fish, check out our other videos, because we have a lot of reviews and a fish room that we share on there. And then we of course have Aurora, and we're really getting into making the cat videos too. So these are your leftover anchors. There's all different types of them, so you're not going to have a problem hanging this piece of furniture. And the true test is Aurora going to like it. So this is her first time checking it out all made, and I think we have a win. So again, I want to thank Fukumaru for letting us try this product out, and I hope you guys are subscribed, and leave a comment. Let me know if you've used any of this furniture yet and how you like it. And we'll see you next time on the stair steps.